superstar running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. The action is only moments.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from the Steel City. On the return, here comes Campbell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And that play gets nothing, so no gain on the game's first snap. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance. And he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. 18 yards on the connection. That's enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will get into the end zone. Sam Laporta, touchdown Dragons. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays. The catch, and great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go, side. Side.
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Here we go. All right.
Now a second down throw for Fields. He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It is picked up by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right.
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
Third and long.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Dragons. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Dragons will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, son.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Good. Tonight.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Hurry up, hurry up.
Play action now. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Dragons offense and their running back set to go once more. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
2nd down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He's got room past the 35. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You've got to keep all your options on the table on 3rd down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did. He's looking to throw it, nothing there. He pulls it down himself, and he's able to convert for the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Now he'll run it. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. 17 yards on that play. And that will be a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the San Antonio 1st down.
Here we go, set.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Dragons. On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good. And the Dragons move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Pistol snap back to Fields. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Strong. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Dragons offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. It's a touchdown. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Dragons stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Right.
On first and 10, Fields. And that... Incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Inside the 10, it is caught.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Dragons keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields to throw. That's caught. Right side. It's Freiermuth. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Good.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd down. It's Fields. Quick throw on target to Pickens.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has it. When the ball comes out and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
6 yards. 1st down, San Antonio.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Dragons. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Dragons continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to... So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go, hot. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard
Here we go.
line.
Go.
Fields going to look to run this himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Brings up second and
Don't
12
jump. Ready?
at the 44-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Brian Branch
3rd
on the
and long.
The tackle made back
Here we
at
go,
the
son.
39-yard line.
Do it.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dragons are going to get it back here just past the 35. 1st and 10 now from the 36. A handoff as they try to run it here. Whoa! And he's going to be... But not until he gets inside the 35.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 31 yards. And the second
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. So 2nd down, and they'll run it.
Number 34 on the carry. A gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now, faking the give. 5. And he's going to be brought down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's...
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Dragons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. That's caught. It's Jared Wiley, the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the
and this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A throw on the run is complete.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far this has been about as bad as it gets.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Dragons are... set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify it. I mean, to have this type of lead in the 4th quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think it could be pretty interesting.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. Taking off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now, Fields. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Dragons are going to get the football at their own 40.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster, and I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Dragons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Dragons add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play It's fourth down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a shot here, deep middle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't...
Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up
Fields now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win for our visitors. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November.